Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And give this video a like up. Bold and the Beautiful fans watched as Steffy Forrester saved Hope Logan's line from extinction this week on the CBS soap. But she did this in a rather devious way with an audience in place. It boiled down to one stepsister manipulating the other so she could get what she wanted. Hope could play the lead role if B&B creates this into a bizarre rendition of Cinderella. Then Steffy would slip into the wicked stepsister part nicely. Steffy Forrester, Jacqueline Sinswood, came off as a woman who is all for the company, without any personal stuff getting in the way. So she fooled all those within earshot of her decision, and likely some fans too. But when she had a private word with Hope Logan, Annika Noel, after the board meeting, her agenda became clear. That said, Steffy knew what she was doing this week on Bold and Beautiful. She made sure her mother and husband stayed for this board meeting. She wouldn't let them leave, despite the two becoming uncomfortable over the touchy subject of HFTF. Well, the Forrester daughter came off as a hero by keeping HFTF alive. This offered the viewers a reason for her insistence that her husband and mother stick around. She wanted an audience as she was about to play a role. By the time she was done with her spiel in the boardroom, she looked like a woman who cared about the company and who also cared about Hope. But not for long, as that curtain she hid behind blew wide open in a private conversation with Hope Logan. Once she hit her stepsister with a well-planned contingency, her scheme became clear. She plans to beat Hope at her own game this week on Bold and the Beautiful. Steffy Forrester thought Hope Logan would take this as a warning. Instead, her stepsister might see this as a challenge when Bold and the Beautiful rolls along this week. Steffy now holds HFTF over her stepsister's head. Steffy warned Hope that she would whip her design line into oblivion if Hope didn't do what she said. The Forrester daughter warned Hope that if she saw so much as a fleeting glimpse at her husband, with a hint of seduction attached, HFTF would be gone. Finn seemed proud of his wife for saving Hope's line. He wasn't privy to Steffy's devious contingency to her stepsister. So if Hope Logan tells John Finnegan, Tanner Novlin, about the demand that came along with Steffy Forrester's seemingly good deed, he might not believe her. After all, Finn heard what his wife said at that board meeting, so he may think Hope Logan harbors a hidden agenda if she tells him how his wife cornered her at work with a contingency. Bold and the Beautiful had Hope Logan telling Finn they needed to stay away from each other this week. The two bumped into each other at Il Giardino. Then it seemed the Logan daughter baited the good doctor into asking her why, but he didn't, as he got distracted. So she missed her chance to inform him of his wife's demand. Steffy Forrester is not leaving anything to chance with Hope Logan. She's already gone over the line by kissing Finn. Then she fought Steffy, telling her she had no right to ban her from a friendship with Finn. Steffy is the person of the hour after Finn, Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, and Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig, witness her good deed of saving HFTF. So, Hope likely tells her mother again that Steffy is out to get her. But despite walking in and hearing Steffy lambasting Hope, Brooke will likely question her daughter for thinking her stepsister is still out to get her. After all, that's not what Brooke witnessed in the boardroom. So Steffy Forrester's devious plan lets her taunt Hope Logan. But after the Forrester daughter's show in the boardroom, no one likely believes Hope when she tells them. Steffy Forrester's plan likely works to sway everyone to her side after her boardroom performance on the CBS soap. In the glitzy halls of Forrester Creations, secrets are currency, and betrayal is as common as a fashion show. But even by the Bold and the Beautiful's high-stakes standards, Steffy Forrester's latest move might be her most ruthless yet. Is she crossing the line from protective CEO and devoted mother into the realm of the wicked stepsister, ready to ruin Hope Logan once and for all? Hope and Steffy have always had a relationship built on barbed civility, masked by tight smiles and veiled jabs. They share more than just the Forrester name and fashion dreams. They share Liam Spencer in history, if not always in the present. But as anyone who's ever watched a single episode knows, the past is never really in the past on B&B, and right now it's coming back with a vengeance. After months of uneasy peace, Steffy's recent decisions have raised red flags in the Logan camp. First, she coldly axed Hope for the future's budget, citing financial downturns and the need to focus on the more profitable lines. Then, rumors began swirling of her secret meetings with Thomas, Hope's on-again, off-again obsession, and Steffy's own brother. Coincidence? Not likely. Hope's once thriving line is teetering on collapse, and many are beginning to whisper that Steffy's motivations aren't purely business. Could this be about revenge, about jealousy, or is there a more sinister plan unfolding beneath the surface? It's almost Shakespearean. In the classic fairy tale mold, Steffy would be the elegant, powerful stepsister determined to keep Cinderella, aka Hope, from the ball. Only instead of glass slippers, it's Hope for the future's creative vision. And instead of a fairy godmother, Hope has little more than Brooke Logan's warnings and Liam's waffling support. What makes this twist especially devious is how subtle Steffy's sabotage has been. She hasn't come out and attacked Hope, not directly. Instead, she's used her position as co-CEO to tighten the noose slowly, inch by inch, cutting budgets, questioning designs, publicly praising other lines while ignoring Hope's achievements. And now, with the added dagger twist, encouraging Thomas to step back from Hope's orbit, just when Hope seems to be unraveling emotionally. Steffy has always said she acts in the best interest of her family. She's a fierce protector of the Forresters, a mother whose first instinct is to shield her children from chaos. But fans are beginning to wonder if that protective instinct has morphed into something darker. Is this really about family, or is it about finally settling old scores? Let's not forget, Hope and Steffy have traded insults, men, and moral judgments for years. When Hope took Liam back again, Steffy smiled, but she didn't forget. When Hope cast judgment on Thomas, Steffy stood by her brother, even when it meant risking public scandal. And now, with Steffy sitting at the head of the table, she has the power to reshape Forrester and push Hope out entirely. An unexpected wrinkle in this drama is Thomas Forrester himself. Long painted as the black sheep with a dangerous obsession, Thomas has worked hard to reform his image, and for a while, it seemed he and Hope had found a delicate equilibrium. Maybe even more than that. But Steffy's new maneuvers are forcing him into a corner. If she's really pulling the strings, using Thomas's loyalty to her and their family to pressure him away from Hope, then he may soon be forced to choose. Will he fall back into line with Steffy's vision, or rebel for the woman he's loved in secret and in shadows? This dynamic could be the turning point. Because if Thomas defies Steffy, it could unravel her entire plot. But if he obeys, then Hope is truly alone. We've seen Hope poised, collected, always the moral compass in a sea of corruption. But lately, something is cracking. She's lashing out, mistrusting Liam, and turning more inward. There's a storm brewing behind those carefully masqueraded lashes. With her line under threat, her love life unstable, and her professional dreams slipping away, we're watching Hope head toward a breakdown, or a breakthrough. If Steffy's plan was to destabilize her rival by cutting off all her supports, it's working. But in true soap fashion, the underdog often rises just when all hope, pun intended, seems lost. So what's the real endgame here? Is Steffy trying to push Hope out of the company altogether? Reunite Thomas with a more suitable partner? Reclaim her family's dominance over a company she sees as being diluted by Logan influence? The brilliance and danger of Steffy's potential plan lies in its deniability. She hasn't lied, not really. She hasn't fired Hope, yet, and she can point to spreadsheets and business trends to justify every move. But viewers know better. We see the dagger beneath the designer glove.